So when we get down to the bottom of it, okay, what she's talking about, spirituality. Spirituality is a vibrational frequency. When we think of everything down to a molecular level, we think about everything comes down to a vibrational frequency, right? Colors, sounds, me, you, the dogs, the trees, the ground, everything vibrates. I think there's like some kind of technology where you can like put a speakerphone on like a leaf of a plant and it hums and makes a noise. That's a vibrational frequency. When you look at the color red, and the color red is like long and goes like this, but then the color blue is moving like this. So everything is comprised of vibration and frequency. When you think of frequency, you think of a sound. Hum, you think of if you were back east in Tibet or India, it's there's a lot of different things. Every culture, if we go back to, Africa and tribes, every culture believes in drumming and dancing and hitting rocks and making sounds because it's a vibration, it's a frequency that they're trying to create within themselves. Humans don't understand what vibrational frequencies are, but they know what Amazon is, but they know what YouTube is, and that's because the vibrational frequency of the planet has been at a certain level for so long. We oftentimes don't think about the planet. We're just too busy living our lives, trying to find love or trying to keep our relationship or raise children. We're oftentimes busy with our lives, going through our own imbalances, that we forget that we're connected to a planet. We're connected to a whole planet inside of us. You were born on a planet. You weren't born in a space station and then brought to Earth. You weren't born on Mars and then brought to Earth. You were born on Earth. So you have a connection to the Earth. And people don't think about that. We're not taught that in school. We're taught that Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1942, and those are the things that we remember. They don't teach this in school. And this is something I learned when I was 18 years old, that there's something bigger out here. There's a bigger world. And this might seem a little overwhelming, like I know a lot, but I've been doing this research for about 5 years. I've dedicated my life to this. I'm very fortunate that I had a family that I could stay with while I was doing my studies and transitioning at the same time. It was really difficult because I was transitioning and I was discovering the deeper parts of myself. And most transgendered women and men suffer from depression. And I was very, 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 I made a promise to myself. Okay, we can be depressed and sad a little bit, but we can't let it consume our life. And that's when I found spirituality. That's when I found angels and fairies and dragons and mermaids and centaurs. Most people don't believe in this stuff. They might think that I'm strange for talking about it. But think about it. The idea came from somewhere. Some man just didn't sit at the Disney counter and say, you know what? I think I'm going to make the Little Mermaid. It sounds like a good idea. Mermaids are older than the Little Mermaid sister and brothers. You know what I'm talking about? And they don't really look like Ariel, but they're loving like Ariel. They have families. Just like the cows that you eat and the chickens that you eat have families, and they experience love. We have to remember that we're sharing the planet with other human beings. We're sharing the planet with other creatures, flora and fauna. When I say flora and fauna, I mean all the plant species of the world, all the animal species of the world. They live here too, so we have to respect them. If we're poisoning the oceans and the salmon gets poisoned, and then the bears eat the salmon, guess what? The salmon is poisoned now too. So we really have to think about where we're going in the future. No one's going to save us, like I said before. One politician and one political party is not going to save you. Extraterrestrials are not going to save you. You have to awaken to yourself and make the decision within your heart that you're going to be a better human being, that you're going to make a better world for your children, for your grandchildren, and for the people living here now. In this channel, we are going to talk about everything. Nothing's off the table. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. We're going to talk about Ascended Masters. We're going to talk about fairies, dragons. We're going to talk about different dimensions. We're going to talk about unlocking parts of yourself. Because oftentimes, as humans, we have free will. Free will to turn our back against the divine. We have free will to be evil, if we want to be evil. We have free will to be good, if we want to be good. We have free will to do whatever we want, including, we have free will to suppress emotions. We have free will to not deal with the stuff that we have to deal with because of traumas from our childhood, because of traumas from a past life. Trauma is something really serious that people don't want to talk about. But if you don't talk about it, it gets worse. And it becomes like this big mess under your bed. And you sleep on top of your bed every night, right? You love your bed, you love your pillow and your warm blanket. But underneath your bed is just this monster that's growing. But you don't know it's there until much later. And then you realize, how do I get through all this stuff? How do I make it better? In the movie that just came out on Disney Pixar, it was called Soul. There's a scene where he goes to the land of the forgotten souls to find his little friend, the little girl who he was helping, the little soul. And he can't reach her because the trauma of him yelling at her is keeping her down. The same thing happens with humans. Oftentimes we don't know how to process that trauma, or we like to torture ourselves. Oh, it must have happened because I was a bad person, or it happened to me because I just suck and there's no getting over this. It's just so traumatic and so terrible. There's no way I'm ever going to heal from this and be better. But you can, and that's what I'm going to help you on this channel. I'm here for you. I'm here because I love you. I came to this planet to help everyone. Not just me, not just my family, not just who's in my house. I'm here to hold the light for everyone. I'm here to help you understand that there's another way of living, that there's a better way of life. And yes, even though we've been suppressed for a long time, we can't blame one media, one tech oligarch, or one political party. We chose this for ourselves back in the times of Atlantis and Lemuria. We decided to lower our collective consciousness. We decided to lower our frequency. And that's trauma that still lives within us to this day. But I'm here to tell you that you can release that trauma, that you could have a better life, that you deserve love just like anybody else. Unconditional, pure love. You deserve to have the life that you want, the life that you desire. And who says you can do that? You know, who says you can't do that? For so long, we've been giving away our power. We give our power away to other people, other government agencies. We give our power away just to anybody who, you know, we worship, you know, celebrities. We give our power away to everybody. But what we don't know is that you have the ability to pull all that power back and to say, no, it's my power. This is my life. This is my light inside my heart that no one's gonna take ever again. You might have taken it once and you might have pulled the wool over my eyes, but you're not gonna do it anymore because this is my power. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be loved. But you also need to know how to accept love, how to accept help, because there's help all around you. There are signs all around you. But if you don't pay attention because you're on your phone or you're too busy, thinking about how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? Oftentimes we think that our reality is based on circumstances outside of ourselves. But your reality is not based on circumstances outside of yourselves. Your life, your reality is based on what you feel and what you think. And until you make that connection and awaken is going to be kind of a bumpy ride. So hopefully that this channel will help guide you to do your own research, to do your own what do you call that? Like your soul knows what it wants. Your body and your soul and your heart are trying to talk to you. But if you're not listening because you're checking your phone, smoking your cigarettes, you're just kind of asleep and you're going through the motions of life. You're not living in the moment. You're not smelling the roses that are outside. This is important, everyone. I don't care if you have subtitles on. I don't care if I'm being shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm. I don't care. This is important for everyone to comprehend that there is a deeper, greater understanding to this world than just what you see every single day. You can meditate, you can read, you can go to sleep, you can lay down, you can take a bath, you can cook, you can draw, you can color, you can write, you can recite poetry, you can make YouTube videos. Whatever brings you joy in your heart, that's what you have to do. That's what makes you happy. Thank you so much, brothers and sisters, for watching The Knowledge Fairy, and we will see you next time. I love you.